So I just wanted to take a look at this concept of ease of movement. And that is right here. Um, Now, I'll just focus in on this pin bar. Um, just delete that. Okay, so this pin bar carries with it a minor institutional volume footprint. And I say that because it's only 6 p.m. and volume is starting to pick up. So some people would call this a reversal bar. Um, yeah, whatever. I don't really know my candlestick shapes, but um, what we see is in the next bar down in the next bar across, there's less effort to um, there's less effort in terms of the volume, and the cause and the result is um, that price travels much further. In fact, taking out the whole, um, really moving more distance than the last. Well, moving more distance than any bar in the last sort of 4 or 5 hours, except probably the reversal bar here. We do still, okay, so we have an increase in the amount of effort, but not too much of an increase in terms of the results. And to me, what this looks like here in particular is that even though we have supply still coming in, uh, we are, at least in this bar, getting a better result from less of an effort. Now, if I was to take a look at the price structure further out, okay, we can see that I've taken a short up here. We're in a downtrend. Um, excuse me. Price is flattened out in this area, and we are currently in a range. Top of the trading range here. Top of the trading range here. Okay, and obviously, if I were to take the volume profile, move out to, let's say, the hour, and clearly we can see that we're in an unfair area of the volume profile, unfair price area, or low volume price area. Okay, price not yet crossing the 4-hour SMA. And I would look for, since I take accumulation, since I trade accumulations as a cross of the 4-hour SMA, I would look for the market to build a little bit more cause. Or let's actually have a look at the 2-hour SMA. Where does that land? So the 2-hour SMA puts us in the middle, you know, at the area of a cross. 4-hour SMA might be a little bit lagging, but it is what it is. On the 4-hour chart, though, we're definitely in an area of low volume, and we can see that we've got the volume profile taking into account this area of the previous candle. Yeah, there's no volume there, so we're definitely trading in an unfair area of price. So we'll look for a close into this low volume area here. Definitely not 10 times speed. So as supply decreases, the point of control starts to form support. Now that was definitely a little bit too early. We did get a close in the area of low volume. All right, now what we can see is that there is an increase in the result, that being, there's an increase in the effort and an increase in the result. Okay, so that increase in the effort is an increase in the supply signature, an increase in result is an increase in the price. So let me just chuck in my stop below the range here. Take profit at the point of control, which I believe we're hunting down at the moment. And the point of control moves down on me. And it formerly was in an area, well, point of control now in an area of low volume. Point of control is acting as resistance. So not a very well placed stop loss in terms of, or is it? No, not really. I'd like to have my stop loss below. Oh, right. Yeah, no, sorry. The stop loss is below a point of control. It wasn't in, however, in a low volume area. So an interesting trade there. Where do we trade? So let me just see what the relationship between the entry is and the 4-hour SMA, and see if ultimately we did cross at that point, which would have made it a close to a strategically correct Dow theory trade. Okay, so interestingly, you can see that I entered in an area where the 4-hour SMA was definitely acting as resistance. So not something that is in the playbook, just really a test of the theory of ease of movement, something that I am implementing. Effort and result, ease of movement, something that I'm implementing more so into my trading. So yeah, we have the 4-hour SMA acting as resistance, pushing the price back to an almost lethal level, almost taking out the stop loss. And you can see the difference in the ease of movement of the 4-hour candle as it crosses the SMA. There is basically no effort there, and the result is, well, bang, look, we just go straight up, really. It's much more volume in these candles. These two candles, and we haven't really covered the same distance in these two candles as we have in, let's say, these three candles in terms of the volume. So yeah, quite an interesting volume signature created from this 4-hour candle that crosses the SMA. And we can say the same thing for this one over here. So this structure, if we look at these 4-hour candles and compare the spread to the volume, we can definitely see that there is strength. So as supply leaves the market, it does take less effort to push the price higher. And this high volume selling is obviously being absorbed, because when we get to this point, there is basically nothing left, and we reverse and travel upwards. So pretty cool.